All right, let's pick up and let's do some more of these library of functions. In this picture here that we have drawn is the picture or the graph of the cube function. And the cube function has as its equation f of x equals x cubed. So we need to know the name, the equation, and the drawing, the graph. Now, getting some of these points from the graph is actually very nice also. If you understand the equations, we would have some nice points like 0, 0. There's another one here at 1, 1. And then 2, 8 is a nice point also. Now we're finding those points very quickly because whatever the x value is, we cube it to find the y value. All right, the next function that we need to be very aware of is our square root function. And it looks something like this, always takes on this shape. The square root function has a equation of f of x equals the square root of x. And again, we can find some nice points on here. There are some points like 0, 0, or 4, 2, that's a nice point. Or 9, 3 is a nice point. Now again, we're finding those very easily by taking the square root of whatever the x value is. If our x value is 9, we take the square root of 9. So the square root of 9 would be 3. So the y value is 3. All right, our next one is the cube root function. And this is what it looks like. Its equation is f of x equals the cube root of x. And again, we can find some very nice points on here. Things like 0, 0 or 1, 1. We could always go backwards also. -1, -1. That's a nice point on there. Or 8, 2 is a nice point on here. Because whatever the x value is, we take the cube root of that to find the y value. So the cube root of 8 would give us a 2 for y. All right, two more here. We have our reciprocal function, and this is what it looks like. So again, when we say reciprocal function, you should be automatically thinking of this shape. And the equation for the reciprocal function is f of x equals 1 over x. Think about the word reciprocal, meaning to flip it over. So if we have our reciprocal function, we know it always looks something like this. Now some nice points here are things like 0, 0, 1, 1. And think about how we would find our points here. We would take whatever our x value is and put it in the denominator. So let's say our x value is 2. Then our y value would be 1 over 2. So that would be the point 2 comma 1/2. And so on and so forth. Now our last function in the library of functions is the absolute value function, and it is always this V-shaped graph. The equation for the absolute value function is f of x equals the absolute value of x. So here again, we can find some nice points by plugging in some x values and finding the y that goes with it. So the point 0, 0 would be on there. The point 4, 4. What about the point -4, 4? Any x value, we could take the absolute value of it and find the y. So the absolute value of -4 is +4. Now these 9 functions you absolutely have to know. Don't forget that. The equation, the name, and the graph itself.